Howdy viewers, this is Hawkwind. Welcome back to Hawkwind's Habitat, and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. So, discerning viewers among you may notice that we are now here at week 4 in our Darkest Dream Ever stream, and may be wondering, how did we get to week 4? How could this have happened? Surely there is a whole bunch of missing data here. Well, yes, as a matter of fact there is. It occurred because, just out of sheer cussedness, my last recording came through with absolutely nothing but audio on it. It was actually a setting problem. I created the problem. I won't pretend that the gremlins that live inside my PC did this to me. But yeah, our most recent video that would have been getting posted to YouTube is actually gone at this point because there's nothing there. Even I, egotistical as I may occasionally be, can't possibly believe that anyone wants to sit down for 55 minutes and listen to me talk about things that nobody can see on screen. It's not a serial radio broadcast. There's just not nearly enough detail in what I'm talking about. So, I apologize to anybody that was interested in watching us go step by step by step. We will now be picking up our heroes' stories here in week 4. Week 3, I did actually experiment with the Jester. I had previously taken a look at him.
You answered the letter. Now, like me, you are a part of this place.
Now I am a part of this place. As I was stating, I had previously done some work with Jester, and I didn't like him because he shifted back and forth randomly through, well, not randomly, but I didn't like his shifting back and forth through the party as part of his attacks. I therefore had missed some of his other abilities. Lore, my wife, had actually been using him for her campaign, where I believe now she's at week 40, having defeated 4 or 5 of the bosses already, and was telling me that I had missed out because I was not getting the advantage of the Jester's stress heals and his stackable buff. I did try him during the last dungeon run that I performed, and he absolutely was a lifesaver there. The buffs were excellent, and the stress heal was actually such that I was able to bring my tank, Mr. Mighty Sparhawk here, all the way back with no stress on him whatsoever. I did go ahead and plug him into the sanitarium so that I could get rid of his I will only pray quirk. I really am a big believer in having all of the Abbey and the Tavern available because Mr. Caretaker tends to take up the slot that you need for any particular character in any given week. Let's see, Abbey uses busts, okay. Sorry about that, was taking some notes for myself. We're now up to 18 grand, we've got a decent amount of money here. We have yet to get anybody killed, knocking on wood to avert the omen. So we're going to go ahead and move forward a little further here. We only have ever come up with the one tank, who is actually the tank that we started the game with. I'm just going through and renaming everybody. And what I had to do this week was go down here to the stagecoach and grab myself a second tank because it's a little difficult to operate with just one. I do not rename characters until they are out of level 0. I don't want to be wasting character names on level 0s and then having them get wiped out and wind up in the graveyard with character names that I really like. So what we're going to go ahead and do here is put together a new party. And I'm attempting to decide what I want to do here. I think we have unlocked the boss here in the ruins. The Necromancer Apprentice we have, however, I want to use both Sparhawk and Janar there for that fight, so I am going to go ahead and not do that for this particular recording. That'll probably be the next one. So in a certain sense, that works out to to the viewer's advantage, because they won't have to watch 3 episodes in order to get to that first boss fight. You're only going to have to watch 2, the one that I'm recording currently, plus the next one. I think, having just unlocked the Warrens in the Cove, we picked up a couple of positive Cove quirks on our the healer Loralia, named after, of course, Laura, my wife, who, if there's any confusion about that, that's not actually her real name in real life. I call her Lore because, as I've been writing the blog for years now, I've just referred to her that way rather than putting her actual name out there in front of everybody. Loralia is actually the name of her Tauren druid within World of Warcraft, and it's just sort of stuck. For that matter, Hawkwind was the name of my Blood Elf Paladin in World of Warcraft. He's now converted over to the dark side. He's now a Death Knight instead of a Paladin. Thank you very much for sticking with me through that little aside. I'm not sure if that was terrifically important to anybody but me. Okay, do we want a Beast Slayer's Ring? Or do we want some Evasion Incense for an occultist only? We haven't even found an occultist on the stagecoach yet. The Warrens will give us portraits, of which we only have 4. The Weald will give us deeds, of which we only have 2, but the only thing available there right this minute is a veteran battle. I don't have any veterans available right this second to run through there. Okay, so do we want 100% of room battles on the Warrens, or 100% of room battles in the Cove? As I had stated before, I've got some other guys that I really liked for the Cove, so Warrens it is. By the process of elimination, I suppose. Our tank will be Dupasquire. Dupasquire. That's a fabulous name. Our DPS, I can't help but notice that I seem to have absolutely nothing but Vestals and Plague Doctors here. Not really digging this. Alright. Whoa. Dupasquire and Dupasquire? That's a little odd. That's really odd. Apparently the list of names that they pick these characters from is perhaps not as robust as I would have liked to have thought. Well, we'll go ahead and take this highwayman.
Elusive, evasive, persistent. Righteous traits for a rogue.
And we'll name him Super Dupasquire. We will, of course, not leave him with that name. I just couldn't stand having 2 Dupasquires in the same party. That would just really bother me. Okay. I think rather than the Jester, we'll go ahead and go with Leibniz or Copernicus. Looks like Leibniz is closer to leveling, though not by much. It's only got 3 Resolve XP versus 2. And for our healer, we'll go ahead and take Doria. Again, another character named after a Dungeons & Dragons character from back in the day. Just like Janar. A character, again, that that Lore played. Okay, let's go forward and get provisioned. As I had mentioned during the fabulous hour-long voiceover with no video to accompany it, we're speculating that there is a difference from player to player in terms of things like food usage and torch usage. My characters tend to be able to get through, my parties I should say, a short dungeon with 8 torches. That's all they need to keep the torch level, the light level at 75 or above. Lore's characters, for whatever reason, seem to use about 50% more torches. She ends up on short missions, ending up having to take 2 stacks of torches with her. However, her characters don't eat as much as mine do. I tend to, on short missions, end up having to take an entire stack of food with me. And Lore tends to use 8 or occasionally as little as 4 for hers. I will be lucky if I get out of here with anything left over. My characters just stop pretty regularly and say, by the way, we're hungry, dude. You know, feed us something. I always take at least 2 shovels. I try and take at least 1 of everything else. Not for the medicinal purposes or the bleeding purposes or anything like that, but specifically for dealing with traps on loot items. I have been seeing a lot of things that needed to be cleared up with holy water. And I have been... I'm going to take an additional shovel just because I'm paranoid that way. Okay, I think we're ready to embark here. Oh, I was waiting for the voiceover. It didn't happen. As I was stating during the earlier failed attempt, we actually have got a gigantic spiral notebook here that is now filled with curio and trap information. We are just keeping track of everything that we have found that works, things that don't work, what our expected results from everything are. This probably exists on a wiki somewhere or something like that, but I'm just not, I'm not in that place yet. I actually am still in a place where I'm enjoying exploring this, looking through it, finding my own solutions instead of just going through and looking over the solutions of somebody that just, you know, busted open the code and figured it all out.
They breed quickly down there in the dark, but perhaps we can slay them even faster.
Okay, we're completing 100% of room battles. What we'll do is we will head off this way, come back up to here, and hopefully by the point where we get to here, we'll have had 1 successful scout that should tell us, is there anybody in this room or not? We can just hope for that. I don't think most scouts are going to get to that room, but anything here, or here should tell us, is this room occupied? So, we will start heading off to the west. Yay, a box. Stashed heirlooms. Couple of busts. Very good. An auspicious beginning. I had to open my mouth, didn't I? Wow, that was a... Holy smoke, that was a lot of stress. That was not good at all. Alright. Get our torch burned off and head into the room. Nobody home. Hey, there's a scout. Of course it didn't get all the way to here, because that would have been too easy. Okay, here's our first room battle. Obviously we have to complete 100% of them, so we'll head this direction. We do have a battle and a curio here, so we'll have a battle in the hallway, followed by a battle there. Oh boy. I like maggots. I really do. They're relatively easy to deal with. Okay, so what does Dr. Leibniz have? He's got plague grenades, blinding gas, which is a stun, battlefield medicine, which is one of my favorite Plague Doctor abilities because you can be removing blight and bleed from other characters in your party. Disorienting blast, which will stun, shuffle on the member that you're targeting it at, and will actually clear all corpses out of the way. Also a useful ability. We'll go ahead and start with the Plague Grenade. Get some poison up and running. No we won't. Actually, that was only a 40% blight resist. I'm kind of surprised that didn't work. Okay, so we will lay some judgment on that
Their
maggot there.
formation is broken.
Works for me.
Maintain the offensive.
Aha! I did not take a look at my new Crusader's abilities, which means that I did not notice that he does not have the group attack for the front two. He does have, however, Inspiring Cry and Battlefield. That's sort of interesting. Those are both very useful abilities. Holy Lance is also useful for when he gets shoved back into the party. He can use Holy Lance to actually move himself forward and still get an attack out of it. So I think I'll just go ahead and
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
not worry about it too much. Grape Shot Blast we don't need. Open Vein will work on a beast. They can bleed. Unless of course they're already dead.
Destroy them all.
Alright, that was simple enough. Curio is a bag. Sack is empty. Back up to Radiant Light. Let's hope for another surprise. Again, not a terrifically difficult set of opponents here. The giant spiders. Alright. Plague Grenade. See if we get any blight going here. We got one. And some more. We will go ahead and target all three. Wound them all. That's actually a death sentence for that third one. The blight will kill him the minute his turn comes up. We could use the anti-venom from our inventory. Normally I wouldn't worry about it and I would just utilize our Plague Doctor's anti-venom. However, he's stunned. Let's go ahead and use it. It's silly not to use it when we have it available. And we'll go ahead and do a Divine Comfort, getting heals on the three in the back that are a little dinged up.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
All right. It's a 6-point stress heal. I'm attempting to decide, do I go with the stress heal and then allow our highwayman to do a second, basically shotgun blast and see if that will take out all three of these guys? Or do I take out one of the two in front? And then I'm going to go with the stress heal. Well, that wasn't terrific. He resisted the stun. He is marked. Got a dodge there. I cannot help but notice that I got in a hurry. Thanks to my earlier error, and I forgot to put trinkets on anybody. So, let's hope that's not too costly of an error. will stop
confidence surges as
messing
the
around
enemy
here and
crumbles.
actually get some kills. Darn it. I'm glad everybody is resisting.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Okay, he's already gone. Go ahead and put a full-blown heal on the Plague Doctor. He can use some battlefield medicine on himself. And we can take a swing. Alright, 4 crests, 2 portraits,
Remind
and we
yourself
replace
that
our antivenom.
overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
So, what is this? A bone altar. Generally speaking, altars of any kind tend to react positively to having holy water put on them. The altars that have not been corrupted will do some kind of a buff for you. The negative ones will, when purified, usually remove either stress or a negative quirk. Neither of those quirks is great, but he is pretty stressed out. We're gonna go ahead, select him. Ho-ho! That didn't work. Okay. So you'll hear me flipping around here. I'm actually making a note of the bone altar, and we're going to do some experimentation here and see if we can figure out what it takes to clean this thing up. So, holy water didn't work. I do make a note of what didn't work for future reference, just in case I run out of things to try. So, holy water didn't work. We will try an anti-venom. Anti-venom didn't work. Medicinal herbs. Medicinal herbs didn't work. And this is why I bring along one of everything. I can't possibly believe that a bandage is going to work on this thing. So we're going to try a torch. Nope. Alright, may just be one of those things that has a random effect, period. We'll try bandages just to be thorough. Nope. Alright, we are officially out of options, so we're just going to touch it and see what happens. I'm sure it's going to be something bad. Ah! And it was not. It was a buff, 15% damage, 10 accuracy, 5% crit that will last until camp. We won't be camping on this particular run, so that means it's going to last until he's done. Bone altar buff. Kind of creepy that the bone altar does not need to be purified, but instead can just be used. Okay, more scouting. Well, we got more room battles coming. Okay, let's head to the room battle with treasure. $50 gold, no big deal, but we'll take it. See, as I stated, we're already hungry. That will happen at least once more, potentially twice more, while we're here in this dungeon. Okay, here we go. This is a little bit more difficult fight. The swine wretch is famous for vomiting on you. The vomit creates a small stress impact, but also it frequently leaves a disease in its wake, so killing him quickly is a good idea. The swine drummer utilizes an area of effect attack that damages everybody's stress. The swine slasher has a single target attack called Where It Hurts, which looks exactly like it sounds. And the swine chopper has a couple different attacks. One of them knocks you backward in the party, I believe, and one of them actually inflicts a bleed. I am most interested in starting at the wretch, moving forward to the drummer, and then doing the chopper, leaving the slasher for last. He actually only has 8 life. Area of effect attacks will probably take care of him before anything else happens. So we'll go ahead and go with a dazzling light. No, we won't, because I want to get rid of that swine wretch. We'll go with a judgment. Okay, 6 points down, 6 to go. It's got an 82% chance to hit. Anything but a 5 will work. Well, or a dodge. I suppose I should have mentioned that. Okay. I hit for 4 to 9. Or 5 to 10. He has 21 life. He has 8. I've actually got a chance of just killing this guy outright on an 8 or a 9. Yep, that was the right decision. If that hadn't happened that way, I'm not sure if I would still be saying that was the right decision. Both of these guys have got a 40% blight resist, but I'm going to try that plague grenade anyway. Fabulous. Come the drums of debilitation. We are marked. Here comes the vomit. So, apparently they've decided to pick on the Plague Doctor.
Grievous injury. Palpable fear.
We are fearing palpably. Okay. The swine wretch has only 1 life left. He's going to take 4 points of damage from that. He's done. He's out of the fight. The swine drummer, we need to inflict 2 points of damage on him before that blight will affect him in any way. We can go for a stun and also clear this corpse out of the way. Let's try that. Perfect. So, this turn, he will take 4 points of damage, leaving him with 2. Next turn, as he starts his turn, he will take the remaining 4 points and he'll be dead. The only person we have left to focus on at this point is the swine chopper. Put a bleed on him. Beautiful. Haha! Nice dodge. Good times. Okay. Let's get a heal on Mr. Doctor. I'm not sure what I want to do here. 6 points. 2 points per round. I'm not sure if I'm more concerned about finishing him off or if I'd like to get another stress heal onto our highwayman here. No, I think we'll just move forward. Okay. Basically, we're done at this point. We have 14 points out of 22. We have 19 points out of 22.
A decisive pummeling.
That was an excellent way of reducing some stress. Alright, a health stone.
Victory, but a victory nonetheless.
I really like health stones for our tanks. Your tanks typically are pretty slow anyway, so that -1 speed is not going to be tremendously debilitating. Yeah, it'll put him down to 0 speed from 1. So we'll just slap that on there. Put his health up to 37. Okay, let us take a look at this heirloom chest. 2 busts, 4 crests, 500 gold worth of onyx. I can dig it. We have a trap and a curio in this hallway. Two food, a jade, and an emerald. Could actually use the... Hello. 80%, 70%, 60%, 50%. Normally his trap disarm is at 90. I'm finding it odd that it's only at 80 here. Our bloodthirsty Vestal wanting us to go find things to kill. Alright, there's some radiant light. Let's head on in. Beautiful. Spiders. We love spiders. Oh, there's a blade. So, here we go. Battlefield medicine. Best ability ever. 2-point heal and get rid of that blight. So, we'll go ahead and use a judgment because not only do we get a damage out of it, we get a self-heal. Who hasn't gone yet? You haven't gone yet. Damage you in hopes that exactly that will happen. We just saved ourselves from that attack. Okay, we have a debuff. Gonna go with the Grape Shot Blast, shotgun these guys. Looking good. He resisted the blight. Very nice. We'll go ahead and stun the spitter in the back. Actually, we can probably Grape Shot Blast everybody here. Ha! Unless we miss and they dodge. Because, you know, why not? Ah! Another blight. Okay. I would really prefer... I used the second anti-venom, didn't I? Okay. Well, just gonna heal myself. That offsets, well, never mind. Excellent. I like that timing. Maybe. Good. Like it. Good stuff. We're done. Portraits, crests,
As victories
emeralds, foods.
So too will resistance.
Hey, and we're done. Let's take a look real quick. What is the quest? It's for room battles, isn't it? So yeah, we don't have to hit either of those. There's probably no particular reason to go after these hallways. So yep, let's head on home while we still have somebody with no stress.
Their squeals fade. Their confidence is shaken.
Good times. Okay, so we got about $5 grand in treasure. We got a couple of portraits, an occultist-only item, 4 busts, 5 paintings, none of those guys, deeds, and 12 crests. And we only got 1 result. On guard, +4 speed and +5 dodge on first round. That's pretty good, actually. Severe fear of enclosed spaces. I'm actually not sure what effect that claustrophobia has. I'm assuming it has some kind of an effect while you're down in a dungeon, which seems kind of like an enclosed space to me. And we did get both of these guys. Holy smoke. Speak much, mister? We have both of them to level 1. We can rename them.
All the decadent horrors I have seen pale in comparison to that final, crowning thing. I could not look, nor could I look away.
Very good. We have successfully completed our first foray into the ruins. Apparently none of the rest of them count. My goodness, look at all those guys we have to take care of. As I was saying, Lore's playthrough that she's doing currently, I believe she's on week 40. She's defeated the Hag, the Necromancer, the Swine Prince. Pretty sure she's defeated somebody else, but I'm not sure. Oh, it's some... There it is, Sonorous Prophet. Yes. So yeah, she's moving this thing right along. Okay, so we have somebody moving sluggishly after a long night of drinking, minus 10 dodge. I don't know if that will just stick with her through through this next week, or if it's just if she's stuck with it until she actually runs a dungeon. Torm has gotten balanced, plus 15% move resist, which is excellent. And Sparhawk got rid of that God-fearing quirk. We like it. We like it a lot. All right, so we're at 20 grand, which is excellent. Let's go look at the stagecoach. Well, we have another Crusader. I do like the Grave Robbers. I'm not crazy about the Arbalists, but I have to admit, after my initial experience with both the Abomination and the Jester, I decided I didn't like either of them. Further play has revealed to me that my initial evaluation of both of those characters was wrong. They actually have some really powerful abilities built into them. I'm going to go ahead and take the Arbalest so I can do that exact...
Shoot, bandage, and pillage. The dancing steps of war.
The dancing steps of war. I'm going to go ahead and take one so that I can evaluate more closely. The Grave Robber is actually one of my favorite classes. The lunge moves forward 2. We have the back 1 Shadow Fade, a Thrown Dagger, and Poison Darts. I actually prefer Toxin Trickery because you get a plus 10 dodge, and you also can cure yourself of blights or bleeds. So I'm going to check the other one and see if she maybe has Toxin Trickery, or failing that, if she has Pick to the Face, since that works from 3 different positions. It can target 3 different positions. So not Gaveston, but Vivel. We do have Pick to the Face. Okay, we will take Vivel.
To those with a keen eye, gold gleams like a dagger's point.
So, we now have 23 busts. I believe busts are used to upgrade the Abbey. And we're going to go ahead and start working on those upgrades. Too bad we didn't get one more. We could have done the Cloister, the Transept, and the Penance Hall. Oh, no, we couldn't have because we didn't have enough crests. Very good. Well, we'll start at the Cloister. We've already done those. We'll reduce our treatment cost by 15%.
Gilded icons and dogmatic rituals. For some, a tonic against the bloodshed.
And the Transept, reduce those treatment costs by 16%.
A little hope, however desperate, is never without worth.
Okay, we're going to sort everybody by stress here. We got to rename Dupa Squire and Super Dupa Squire. Okay, so I need a rogue name. A rogue. Well, going off of the Eddings novels that I pulled Sparhawk from, the first rogue that springs immediately to mind is Talon, the young son of Sparhawk's squire. So we'll go ahead and call that a rename. And we need a second knight. Who do I think of when I think of knights? We'll name this guy Sir Colton. That'll be one of the nice things about peeling things, names out of the Elenium books, is there are 4 chapters of knights with like 25,000 knights each or something like that. I should be able to come up with plenty of names. Technically, Sparhawk should have been Sir Sparhawk, but I think it sounds better just as Sparhawk. Okay. And we have a whole group of level 0s, though none of them are a tank. Not sure if I really want another Crusader. I'm really waiting for my Leper and my Man-at-Arms to show up so that I can start using them. I really prefer their abilities to the Crusader's abilities. Alright. We also want to unequip everybody's trinkets. Only one to unequip. Well, we don't have a whole lot of stress to treat. I never treat a single box of stress. That just seems inefficient to me. We will go ahead and treat Talons. Oh, I suppose we could open up the Nomad Wagon.
Trinkets and charms, gathered from all the forgotten corners of the earth.
Yep, that's a nice trinket, but it's not 15,000 gold worth of nice for me, unfortunately. Quick draw everything on the first round. I especially like the crossed flintlocks there. I think that's a good look. Alrighty, guys. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed watching this Week 5 activity. I apologize again that Week 4 got misplaced. Hopefully that's not too much of a hang-up for everybody, and we can just pick up from Week 5 and keep going forward. We will continue to press forward through the Darkest Dungeon, start meeting some bosses. As a matter of fact, I think I've got a boss unlocked now with some level 2 characters that we're ready to go engage him with, I should say. Thanks again for watching. I look forward to seeing more of you, and I look forward to experiencing more of Darkest Dungeon with y'all. Thanks again. Catch you later.